Professor Alvin, in your lecture you mentioned something about business dilemma. How different is business dilemma from the dilemma that we face every day?
Well, as you know, dilemma is a situation where you must choose between two or more options. Well, a business dilemma is no different, except that it's happened to people in a business or industry. Examples of business dilemma would be profitability versus loyalty, privacy versus security, profitability versus customer satisfaction. Here, let me illustrate some scenarios.
Frankie makes a living by selling pizza in his van. He would station his van at a food court and serve pizza freshly baked from his van. And oh boy, Frankie does have a lot of customers. The success of Frankie's Pizza rely on fresh and good quality ingredients like tomatoes, onions, chicken, pizza crust, just to name a few. And let's not forget one of the most important ingredients, cheese. However, one day, the price of cheese went up. From $10 a block, it rocketed to $13 a block. This increases Frankie's cost of ingredients to go up by 30%. To cover up the additional cost, should Frankie increases the price of his pizzas? The customers wouldn't be too happy about it, especially now that the economy has taken a downturn. Not wanting to increase the price of his pizzas, Frankie went on a search to find a cheaper source of cheese. He found a vendor who maintained the price of $10 a block. Frankie was ecstatic. Problem solved, or so he thought. When he baked pizza, using the new block of cheese, he found out that the new cheese was of inferior quality. It lacks the elasticity and the fragrance the previous one had. What now? Should he continue using the cheaper cheese at lower quality? Maintain the expensive cheese and increase the price of the pizzas? Maintain the expensive cheese and absorb the increase in cost himself?
James owns an advertising company. His company's slogan is "Green, the new way of living." As such, most of his advertising material use recycled or recyclable products. The flyers he uses are from recycled pulp. Customers who supported a greener and healthier environment often use his services. One day, a big corporation, Entron Power Inc., would like to enlist his company's service. It's a huge project and would certainly bring a big fat paycheck. James did some research on the company's background to gain more insight on which advertising techniques to use. He discovered that Entron is a nuclear power plant, and it wishes to broadcast the advantage of nuclear power to the people. Upon further investigation, James found out that many environmentalists opposed to the building of the nuclear plant. Major problem linked to Entron Inc. is high level of waste. Most are radioactive and bear risks that, if not handled properly, can bring harm to the environment, and also to people in close vicinity. In Enron's uranium mining, there was an accident a few years ago which killed 3 workers. Advertising for Entron would go against everything the company stands for. Would James advertise a corporation whose reputation for bringing harm to the environment and the people? But the Enron project would bring much higher revenue than would other projects at the moment. Now, Serena, do you think it is difficult for Frankie and James to come to a decision? It is, isn't it? All options have their benefit and drawbacks, and it affects their business. They are both experiencing what we call a business dilemma.